In this tutorial, we are going to see how to add questions within Moodle and create quizzes within a course. A question is typically an autocorrective exercise, such as a close activity, a true-false activity, and so on. But it can also be a non-autocorrective activity, such as an open assignment or essay-style activity. In the same way that we might manage our money in a bank, keeping it in different accounts like a savings account and a current account, and so on, and being able to transfer our money back and forth between those accounts, we are similarly able to stock all of our Moodle questions and move them around between different levels of Moodle question bank, drawing on them when we need for different courses. The different levels of Moodle question bank defaults are System, Front Page, Category, and Course banks. In this tutorial, and for our needs as teachers, we are just going to see how to add questions to the System default bank, and how to add questions from that bank to a given course. First, we need to log in to the Moodle site as normal and select Site Home in the navigation block on the right-hand side of the page. On the following page in the administration block, we must select Front Page Settings, Question Bank, and then Questions. In the drop-down menu on the next page, select Default for System and then Create New Question. The window which opens shows us the list of all the different types of questions we can create to be included in a course. For this example, I shall select an essay type exercise and click Add. This opens the question creation page where I can start to create my question. For this tutorial, I'm just going to create something very simple. Another tutorial on creating questions will be dealt with in more detail later. So here I'm going to give it a name such as Test Essay. I might add or embed a video from YouTube, for example, and then write some comprehension questions for the student to answer, and finally, as usual, save changes. On the question bank page, we can see that the question now appears in the question list for the system default bank, and also that the total number of questions in that bank are displayed next to the system default in the drop-down menu. In this case, just one for the moment. Now we are going to see how we can take that question and put it in a particular course. So we can go back to the Site Home, select Courses. I've created a course called Quiz Creation and Management for this demonstration, so we can select that. Now we are in the course, we must first select Turn Editing On, and then select the section where we want to place a question from the question bank. Here I'm going to select Monday, for example. And now we need to select Add an Activity or Resource, and then select Quiz from the list, and then Add. As usual, we must give the quiz a name, for example, Listening Comprehension, and also a description if necessary, for example, Carel Video. And finally, save and return to course. As yet, we still haven't added a specific question to this quiz, So we need to open the section where we have just placed the quiz, in this case Monday, and then open our new quiz. The next page indicates to us that no questions have been added yet to our quiz. So we now need to do this by clicking on Edit Quiz. And on the next page, on the right hand side, select Add. The window which opens gives us a choice between adding a new question, adding a question from a question bank, or adding a random question. What we want to do here is add a question from a question bank. In the window which opens, we need to go to the drop-down menu on the left and select the bank from which we want to import a question, in this case default for system, where we placed our new essay question earlier. Now select the little box to the left of the question we want to add, and then select Add Selected Questions to the quiz. The question has now been added, and we can check this by going back to the course page indicated in the navigation block on the left of the page. If we now select Monday, where we placed our quiz, and then select Preview Quiz Now, we can see that the question has been added and can now be tried by any user on that course. And that ends this tutorial on adding questions and creating quizzes within Moodle.